Alright, now that we've got these two parts designed, we're going to create a sub-assembly. So let's go ahead and do that. So come up here to File. We're going to make a new assembly from part or assembly. So we're going to use that default, which I do not care for, assembly SOLIDWORKS template file. We'll fix that. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to hold off on this for a minute. Actually, I'll browse for one. We'll go ahead and put it in. So we're going to go get this cell phone stand base. That's not it. Cell phone resting plate. We'll get that. So we're going to let that be placed in this into the assembly that we just created, and we're just going to put that in there, and it should be fixed. Actually, I grabbed both of them and put them in at the same time. That's pretty cool. But we're going to come down here and we're going to set ourselves back to inch, pound, second, and again get rid of that hideous background, which drives me nuts. And I'll rotate this around, and let's start doing some mates real quick. First, what I'm going to do is grab that piece right there, that one face. I'm going to mate it to, zoom out here, rotate this around to the front face of the resting plate. We'll accept that. Now what we're going to do is going to grab that face there, and we're going to actually go ahead and get it slow down a little bit. We'll grab that face there of the edge. We're going to mate it to the edge of the resting plate itself. Accept that. Now I'm going to do a little quick measurement on the existing phone stand that I built that uses a fleur-de-lis as opposed to a Seminole Arrowhead. I'm going to get a measurement real quick. Got the measurement I needed. So I'm going to rotate this guy up so I can figure out the distance mate from the bottom of this part, which would be this right here, to the part right there. Now it should, I'll grab this first, getting ahead of myself again, and it should allow me to come over here and snap onto that. Brings it all the way down. Not what we want, but it is going in the right direction. So that says 4.2 inches. That's a bit much. We'll say 7.5 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. We'll accept that. Okay, good. Let's do Control 7 and see what our part looks like. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we've got that guy in there, and we want to now save this assembly. So let's do that. Let's do a save as, and we're going to call this resting plate assembly. My wife has just gotten home. I hear the dogs going crazy. Resting plate assembly. So there it is. Okay, now we're going to go back to our original assembly here, which would be the Arrowhead phone assembly. We'll bring that guy up, and sure enough, there it is. Okay, now let's insert our other assembly we just created. And see right here, you see the little two-part assembly icon? It says resting plate assembly. And so we'll go ahead and place that in there. Okay, good. Now what we want to do, as you can tell, it's not at the same angle. That's not a big showstopper. We're going to go ahead and click on that surface, and we're going to try to get this guy at least perpendicular, upon which we can later come back and we can set a mate that's going to work for us there. We'll accept that. And now we're just going to kind of drag this into place a little bit, kind of see what it's going to look like. We'll go ahead and do a view for the front side. Not too bad. Let's do a view from the other side, same as the other one. Now let's go to the back side and see what we got. Oh goodness, we got to move these over. And as you can tell, the width of the plate actually cantilevers over, or the resting plate actually cantilevers over the base. That's not a problem. This thing is actually very, very substantial, so there won't be any problem or structural problems with it being in its place. Okay, well that's good for now. Let's go ahead and save this, and we'll come back to this in a little bit. Yes sir, save and rebuild the document.